are the shelter of all living entities. Narayana being seated in the heart of all living beings.
Continue, dear. Hare Krishna.
You are the supreme director of everyone. Sensual activities, therefore, you are called as Rishikesha. My dear Supreme Lord Krishna, because you have given me this body of a demigod, I will have to go to some heavenly planet. So, I am taking this opportunity to beg for your mercy. I pray that I may have the benediction of never forgetting your lotus feet, no matter to which form of life or planet I may be transferred. You are all pervading, present everywhere, are as cause and effect. You are the cause of all causes, and your power is unlimited. You are the absolute truth and the supreme personality of Godhead and the supreme Brahma. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you again and again. My dear Lord, your body is full of transcendental bliss and knowledge, and you are eternal. You are the master of all mystic powers. Therefore, you are known as Yogeshwara. Kindly accept me as an insignificant particle of dust at your lotus feet. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna, very beautifully read. So very clearly, what he is telling is, he's actually trying to pray. So King Nirga, the moment Krishna touched, his real form came up, which was like a very beautiful and a very handsome form. And he also explained about what actually happened, right? The Brahmanas. So if it was me, I would have probably asked for, give me 10,000 cows in exchange of one cow. But the bros days, Brahmanas were never greedy. Even if they got anything extra, they would want to give it back to other Brahmanas and charity. This is the situation. And as soon as he had taken his original form on the touch of Krishna, these are the prayers which he is actually talking in praise of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yakuhu Mataji, Hare Krishna. And after that, I think Galaxy tab is Revati Mataji. So you all can.
Yes. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Before entering the heavenly planets, King Nirga circumambulated, the Lord touched his helmet to the Lord's lotus feet and bowed before him. Seeing the airplane from the heavenly planet present before him, he was given permission by the Lord to board it. After the departure of King Nirga, Lord Krishna expressed his appreciation for the king's devotion to the Brahmans, as well as his critical disposition and his performance of Vedic rituals. Therefore, it is recommended that if one cannot directly become a devotee of the Lord, one should follow the Vedic principles of life. This will enable him.
Yeah, complete Mataji.
Hello. This enable him one day to see the Lord by being promoted either directly to the Supreme Kingdom, Supreme Kingdom, superior kingdom, or indirectly to the heavenly kingdom, where he has the hope of being transferred to the spiritual planet. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So very clearly, what is happening is they, the moment, obviously, the blessings of Krishna, we don't have to say, the moment he sees, he is automatically transferred to the spiritual planet, right? So that is the power. And what are they trying to convey is any amount of pious activities done even for centuries will not have any reward, but worshipping Krishna has multiple times reward. Yeah. So go ahead, Revati Mataji. Hare Krishna. So even 1 second he came in touch with Krishna conscious. So which is why we should not focus on, pious karma. We should focus on akarma, which is Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. At this time, Lord Krishna was present among his relatives who were members of the Kshatriya class. To teach them through the exemplary character of King Nirga, he said, even though a Kshatriya king may be as powerful as fire, it's not possible for him to usurp the property of a Brahmana and utilize it for his own purpose. If this is so, how can ordinary kings who falsely think themselves the most powerful beings within the material world as taking up Brahmana's property? For ordinary for poison, there is treatment. One can be relieved from its effects. But if one drinks the poison of taking a Brahmana's property, there is no remedy for the mistake. The perfect example is King Nirga. He was very powerful and very pious, but due to the small mistake of unknowingly usurping a Brahmana's cow, he was condemned to the abominable life of a lizard. Ordinary poison affects only those who drink it, and ordinary fire can be extinguished simply by pouring water on it. But the Arani fire, ignited by the spiritual potency of a Brahmana who is dissatisfied, one burnt to ashes. The whole family of a person who provokes such a Brahmana. Formerly, the Brahmanas used to ignite the fire of sacrifice not with matches or any other external fire, but with their powerful mantras, all Arani, called Arani. If someone even touches a Brahmana's property, his family is ruined for 3 generations. However, if a Brahmana's property is forcibly taken away, the taker's family for 10 generations before him and 10 generations after will be subject to reinitiation. On the other hand, if someone becomes a pure Vaishnava or devotee of the Lord, 10 generations of his family before his birth and 10 generations after will be liberated. Lord Krishna continued, if some foolish king who is puffed up by his wealth, prestige, and power wants to usurp a Brahmana's property, Lord Krishna continued, some foolish king who is puffed up by his wealth, prestige, and power wants to usurp the Brahmana's property, he should be understood to be clearing his path to hell. He does not know how much he has to suffer for such an unwise act. If someone takes away the property of a very liberal Brahmana who is encumbered by a large dependent family, then such a Asrabar is put into a hell known as Kumbhabhipaka. Not only this, he put into this hell, but his family members also have to accept such a miserable condition of life. A person who takes away a Brahmana's property, whether it was originally given by him or by someone else, is condemned to live for at least 60,000 years as a miserable insect in stool. Therefore, I instruct you, all my boys and relatives present here, do not even by mistake take the possession of a Brahmana and thereby pollute your whole family. If someone even wishes to possess such a property, let alone attempts to take it away by force, the duration of his life will be reduced. He will be defeated by his enemies, and after being bereft of his royal position, when he gives up his body, he will become a serpent, giving trouble to all other living entities. My dear boys and relatives, I therefore advise you that even if a Brahmana becomes angry with you and calls you by ill names or curses you, still you should not retaliate. On the contrary, you should smile, tolerate him, and offer your respects to a Brahmana. You know very well that even I myself offer my obeisances to the Brahmanas with great respect 3 times daily. You should therefore follow my instruction and example. I shall not forgive anyone who does not follow them, and I shall punish him. You should learn from the example of King Durga that even if someone unknowingly usurps the property of a Brahmana, is put into a miserable condition of life. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So here, what are they talking about is as a religion, and many of us misunderstand. Today, there are a lot of Brahmins who work worse than Sudras. Krishna is talking about anyone with Brahminical qualities. So typically, all the devotees will come under the classification, even if they are not as yet pure devotees, because they are aspiring to become pure. So Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis are higher than the Brahmin platform. So it is very important that we do not actually insult anybody, because that will become Vaishnava Aparad. And trying to fix that, is a bigger issue. So that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Trinadapi Sunishena, Tarorapi Saishnuna, Amanina Madanina, Kirtaniya Sadani. So you have to tolerate. Doesn't mean that you will take everything, but you will have to really tolerate and explain in a way which is not hurting the other person. Yeah. Yes, Mataji. Almost done, right?
Yes.
No,
The Lord
Mataji,
Krishna-
half part is there. Can anyone continue it, Mataji?
Sure.
Or shall I?
Yeah, please conclude, Ma.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. There's Lord Krishna, who is always engaged in purifying the conditioned living entities, gave instruction not only to his family members and the inhabitants of Dwarka, but to all the members of human society. After this, the Lord entered his palace. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the 64th chapter of Krishna, the story of King Mriga. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So much, very beautifully read, and we'll catch up again tomorrow. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Mata.